I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And you can reach the show 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. That's chief@fetchernews.com. And all right, we're going to go back to Lumpkin County. And this is a story that we picked up because the court trial is going on, and we did not do the original story, but we picked it up because of the court trial. And let me see where it's at here. So we have some troubled students in some of our schools. And we talk about the things that are happening in our schools, and we've created this alternative school, all right? And I don't want to get into this too deep because I can get some things wrong here, but we created alternative schools. We're determined, and I don't want to see children not graduate, but graduation rate at any cost, okay, to no matter what the deal is where a child's concerned, graduation rate and the amount of money you get, we're determined to have alternative schools for, let's just say, some kids that, do you know what an alternative school is, Amanda? Do you know what it is?
I do. It is when a child is moved out of a public school, and that is their alternative before expel. Okay,
so you're going to get expelled, or you're going to go to alternative school first. So you're trouble in regular school, and you're in so much trouble there that they created an alternative school with your tax money for our troubled youth. And the next step is expelled. So, video shows altercation between teacher and student. Now, the teacher, and let's put up his picture here, is Tim Garner. He's 61 years old, all right? And this is an Action 2 story that goes several months ago. Action 2 News recently released a video involved an incident between a now former Lumpkin County teacher, a baseball coach, and a 17-year-old Lumpkin County student in a lunchroom cafeteria of the Lumpkin County's alternative school during school hours on April 21st, 2017. The altercation allegedly began over a styrofoam lunch tray. All right? So the kid was throwing a styrofoam lunch tray, and it's not just that. When they say a styrofoam lunch tray, this kid was, you're going to find out in the court, he was very violent, foul language, threatening. There were teachers that would not even be in the same classroom with this kid without somebody in security being with them. Exactly. In the video, Tim Garner, 61, seen putting his hand on the student's neck while forcing him onto a lunch table. Garner was charged with first-degree cruelty to children and simple battery, which are both felonies. He turned himself into Lumpkin County Detention Center shortly after the charges were filed. He has also resigned his position with the Lumpkin County Schools. Garner stated that he had asked the student to clean up the mess he made in the cafeteria, which escalated into a physical struggle. According to Garner, the student whom he assessed was a troubled teen who had a history of violence, became physical with Garner and the man and his main concern. He said to restrain the student to prevent him from swinging. So Garner feels that this kid was ready to take a swing at him, okay? And the kid made a mess and was told he needed to clean it up before he left the lunchroom. and he got mouthy. Now, we don't get what was said, but Garner felt threatened, okay? The event recently resurfaced after Channel 2 Action News released a video of the public, which has been available via open records request in 2017. Lumpkin County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Rob Brown, released a statement earlier today in response to the video and the investigation. As educators, our primary responsibility is to keep our students safe and free from harm. We expect the actions of our employees to support this mission at all times. Okay? What about the safety of their teachers from harm at all times? See, the superintendent's statement says, as educators, our primary responsibility is to keep our students safe and free from harm. Okay? We expect the actions of our employees to support this mission at all times. Safe and free from harm. What about safe and free from harm from these teachers? If you go in some of these public schools and see what's going on today, okay? So Gardner's 61 years old. Let's play the video. Watch this video.
Don't push me, Garner. I didn't put my hand on your head. You did. Stop! Get the off me! Don't off me! Get off me, you stupid! Stop! Stop! Get off me! Get the off me! Y'all get out there! He told me not to. Go! Go! I'm telling you to go. He told me not to. I said, just stand here. You ain't gonna do nothing. Shut up.
I'll kill you.
My class, come on. Go. My class, go. Ain't your class. You can't close enough. Go. It ain't yours, so go. No, you have to go because I said go for no reason. I didn't even touch you. I was trying to get the shit out of my hair. That makes him have problems with alcohol. You don't walk out of here.
Garner wore that boy's ass out, didn't he? Did you like that? Or should I say...
wear him out. I genuinely saw him restraining him.
What?
I genuinely just saw what his story matched up to him just restraining him. And you can hear in the very beginning of the video him threatening him.
Yeah, I know.
So,
but do you see the superintendent's comment?
No, what was it?
I just read it to you that, you know, we're to keep our students safe from harm at all times.
Okay, but his story completely matches up with what he said. Garner's.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing. They didn't have to clean that table off, did they?
No, they didn't.
Garner cleaned it off. Huh?
Good for him.
He cleaned it off. Well, there's a possibility that this teacher does not, he's not found guilty. Now, our very own Bill Johnson, and we'll get him on here maybe tomorrow, teacher says Blackwell, this is another story from Lumpkin County. This was filed on August 15th. Bill put this up August 15th. Teacher says Blackwell was a troubled kid and a serious threat. Teachers and students at Lumpkin County Middle School were afraid. They were afraid of the 17-year-old Kyler Blackwell. One math teacher refused to be in the same classroom with the volatile teen, and another refused to be in the same class until Pat Garner, a math teacher and former criminal investigator with the Lumpkin County Sheriff's Office, was in a co-taught class with her. Okay. He was a troubled kid and a serious threat, Garner testified Tuesday in Lumpkin County Superior Court. His explosive He strikes fear in people. It's just the way he is, and he knows that, and he likes doing it. Garner is a defense witness in a trial of his brother. See, this is his brother actually testifying for him. Tim Garner, who is charged with child cruelty and simple battery in connection with the 2017 incident at the Delinquent County Alternative School, in which he was caught on surveillance camera grabbing Blackwell by the throat and dragging him along the cafeteria tables, which we just watched, right? Pat Garner spent nearly 2 hours on the witness stand relating how he had essentially been assigned to teaching and protecting students and teachers at the middle school from Blackwell. For 2 years, he was assigned to protect them from Blackwell. Okay? He said he first became aware of Blackwell in 2012 when the teen was in the 7th grade, and he was called to a meeting in 2012 where one math teacher refused to be in the same class with Blackwell, and another would be in the class without another being in the class, but only if a co-taught class and Garner was in the class with her. They wouldn't do it without me being in the room, he said. He also testified there were numerous occasions when he had to step in between Blackwell and the teacher or another student. It was kind of an ongoing thing. On a couple of occasions, it became quite severe, he said. So this story is in here, and the Chief Superior Court Judge Stanley said the trial on cross-exam Assistant District Attorney Faraz Shabazz, I think that's Shabazz, yeah, got Garner to say, despite all the incident's explosive outbursts, he never witnessed Blackwell physically strike anyone. Chief Superior Court Judge Stanley Gunner said the trial will resume September 4th at 9 a.m. So we will be back in there in Lumpkin County. We will be back in the courtroom September 4th as the trial resumes for Mr. Garner here. But what say you? Can we play that video one more time? Just one more time. I want you to go to lumpkincountyfetchernews.com. Click on, there's 2 stories concerning this. Click on news, go down there, find both of these stories, read both the stories we have up, and let us know what you think, and then follow this September 4th. Can we play that one more time?
Don't push me, Garner. Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Stop! Get off me! Get off me! Y'all get out there! He told me not to. Go! Go! I'm telling you to go. He told me not to. I said, just stand here. You don't do nothing.
I'll kill you.
My class, come on. Go. My class, go. Come on, go. It's your class. You can't close enough, go. It ain't yours to go.
I know.
No, you have to go because I said go for no reason. I didn't even touch you. I was trying to get the shit out of my hair. That makes you make problems with but you don't walk out of here. Oh, no.
61-year-old coach. Don't mess with coach, man. Coach used you for a dishcloth, right? And boy, it looked like a dishcloth going across that table, didn't he? Coach cleaned them tables off with that boy. Yeah, don't mess with coach, all right? That's some of these smart-ass kids sending them to school, and when it don't work out, they go to alternative school. I tell you, I'm just on a roll today. September 4th, that case will resume, and we'll talk about it then at that time. And I'll try to get Bill on here maybe to give me some more details about the case. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back. We're going to stay in Lumpkin County one more time. DACA, what do you think? What do you think about DACA and maybe these kids being deported possibly deported. I'm not for sure on this next story, but we're going to give it to you, see if you want to start looking into it yourself. I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system,